Hey guys, back again with yet another episode of Jet Set Radio Future. In this episode we're gonna play as Gum for the most part. I think we're gonna play it throughout most of the level. At least the first beginning part. She's really good with combos, but that kind of trades off with like her low health, because you're gonna see the beginning of the absurdity of this game, because right now it's just like, oh, you're just spray painting all over in, Tokyo, and it's gonna get a little bit crazier. And by crazy, I mean like the police thinks that you're that much of a nuisance that they're gonna have to bring out the big guns. And by that I mean like tanks. Yeah, I spoiled it for you guys this episode, but I'm not going to spoil what you guys can get, what happens later. So that is Rokkaku Street. I didn't notice it until too late, but we don't actually get to go there until much later in the game. That's where like one of the craziest absurdities happens there. I'm not going to spoil it because it's boss. I'll be quiet for this. Or actually, he's just telling you that. Yeah. I also like this area too. I'm pretty familiar with this one as well. But once we get to like, what is it? Probably when we get to like the fucking under like the sewers and stuff, that's when it's gonna get a little bit like, that's because I actually recorded this episode and the next two already, so I'm recording commentary right now. At least for this one only. And this is actually the 99th Street might be cut up into two parts, because it took me. I'm trying to do the last challenge, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Sometimes it doesn't register, but it's not nearly as bad as the other one, Shibuya Terminal. So this is where you get to see, yeah, we have to tanks. Now you're thinking, how the fuck is somebody on jet roller skates and armed with about 30 spray cans gonna deal with actual armored vehicles? Well, apparently these tanks are susceptible to sprays. Now the thing is, you can see like it's super small or whatever, it's one of the smaller graffitis, and it's all stretched out, which is kind of dumb, but it makes sense because you only have to spray one spot. But if it was one of the bigger ones, it would fit better and it would look a little bit cooler rather than a stretched out tiny one. So you have to spray both sides and then spray the guy that comes out on top. And those tanks can actually do a bit of damage to you. And I'm actually gonna switch past being Gum for this level, because there's an area with water in it, and you obviously can't go into water. And I think I lightly tapped the fucking, oh yeah, and you can't go over that. There's an invisible wall, and you'll see me get clipped. Yeah, like it got pushed down. That's one of the things. Like it's only some of the areas that are like that, and it's not too often that you deal with those invisible walls, but it'd be nice to not have to deal with those. At least you have the invisible walls in places where you definitely cannot get to. And there I got hit by a, sorry about that, I feel kind of stuffy. I got hit by the barrel of the tank, but if you get shot by the tank, it does like, I think two or three bullets that would, like, because Hayashi like shoots you with a gun, and I think two or three of those would be equal to one tank shot, which is still a pretty big chunk of health. This rail, you guys don't see it, but we'll see it when we come back to this rail. This is actually a 500 rail, and you saw how fast Gum can actually do her combos. So here's Hayashi, and he wants to go one-on-one with us on top of that place where we did that large graffiti. And here's what's cool about this. In this fight, you don't even have to knock him down and spray paint him. You can just boost dash and knock him off the building, and he'll die. Quote unquote. He'll be defeated, I guess you'd say. So you can grind up this, or you can walk up this. Grinding up really fast is not recommended because you might fly off. So we're actually gonna... I'm just gonna... Like I remember watching the guy that I watched do a Let's Play of this game. He actually knocked him out. I think, he didn't use all of his cannons to explicitly knock him off the building, but, he knocked him off the building, which I never even knew about, which was really cool. Cascade Ice again. This time it's orange mango, which is actually one of the flavors I actually like. Because most of the flavors are kind of stupid. And here you'll see me saving a lot more. And we're actually... most of the game, until we get some better characters, I'm actually going to be playing as Yo-Yo a lot, because he's like my favorite character, and he's got pretty damn good stats. And I guess you could see here that there might be a little bit of slowdown here. But you'll definitely see it in 99th Street. I can guarantee you. That's one of the worst places. I mean, it's pretty bad sometimes. But the reason why I'm probably going to cut it up into 2 parts is because I already recorded like 27 minutes. I might cut some of that out. And what is it? When you encounter Rapid 99 after you've done all the graffiti and come out into the main plaza, you have to do a flag challenge, which it's a pain in the ass sometimes. It's not that it's hard, but it's annoying. Aisle 10 is playing again. Here's the secret tape. So first we're gonna grab these cans, but we're not gonna come down here because this is like, because normal way you'd go is around. Like you can't really go backwards. You have to, because the whole place. So grind 10, air 4, 30 tricks, I think 100,000, I think it said, and then GWGW. If you saw that last one, you have to do grind, wall ride, all the way to the sewer, and I'll explain where that is. I actually have to go back just for that, because I didn't grind the entire first rail, which you'll see in a little bit. And you can actually go up in here to get on this rail, which you can get over to here, or you can get on that platform that we were on, that we fought Hayashi on. And then there's another one over there, which is kind of hard to get, but you have to get on top of the platform. I'm gonna grab a couple more. Yeah, so each mission, each level that I'm going to be doing is basically doing all the street challenges and getting all the graffiti in probably one episode, which is about 20 minutes long, until I get to later levels, which I'm not very familiar with. So the reason is because like I don't want to make 40-minute videos like I did last time. I think 20 to 30 minutes is about enough. 30 minutes is probably pushing it for this series, but you know, I do really like this. I think it's haze, but it just when you look at it, it looks like it says Blaze, but whatever. I think it's called Blaze. I think those cars that I just stopped in front of, I think that car is exclusive to this level, I think. I don't know. There are no cars in Hokage Street or Rokkaku Heights, because those are kind of like slum areas, I guess you could say. And there's another one over by the dinosaur, which we won't get right now. And first time running through here, I couldn't remember how to get these two that are over in here. So here you cannot go backwards from. Like if you went from the dragon and down the rail to the sewer and stuff like that, you couldn't get up to here. So there's one over there, but you have to actually go back one and get it. But don't get it quite yet. So like I can't go back right now. And then jump. Yeah, I tried to press A, but it didn't register because I went too late. It's safer to boost dash, but I'd save it for when you really need it. And you can take a few hits. And there we go. And you can refill your cans here. And then we get into like the little mini mall area. Oh, we also have to do a race here, which is also really simple. And Rockin' the Mic is playing. So this one you just pretty much go straight and just spray these little tiny ones. And then there's none for a while. So this entire like that little wiggly road, so we have to grind on this entire first rail. I don't get on until the end, so it doesn't register when I finish it. So I have to come back around, which is also when I have to go and get the other 2 graffiti souls. So it's not all bad that I have to go all the way around just to get this. So this is what you have to do the entire way all the way to the sewer. You don't press A to jump off the thing. So see, it would have popped up had I grinded the whole thing. Now now here's the thing to note for the race that's coming up. The people that you're racing will take the sewer. Since you're actually a human being and not an AI, you can pick what you want to do. So going through here is actually easier, and it's easier and faster. So I mean, look at that. That 5 can right there is actually one of the hardest ones to get, because you actually have to get on that billboard and jump off. I'm probably gonna change. I do like that large, but I'm actually gonna change it soon. I think I'm gonna change it next episode. I can't remember. So there's only 4 left, and they're up on the roofs on the sides, which you'll see in a minute. But first, we're going to grab this graffiti soul and then go off to the left. Number 38. And the more graffiti souls you'll get, you'll notice that it's starting to say that, like, the sections of each size are starting to say something. And I think the way that the numbers are played out is that, like, you won't be able to figure out what it's saying until much later in the game. I can't quite remember what they say, but but if I went onto my other file, I could just be like, oh, it says this. It's like Master of the Street or something like that. Yeah, but once we get Poison Jam, I think there's a graffiti tag challenge. Yeah, there's a graffiti tag challenge for after when you beat the game. Like, I'm not talking about like the weird like Rokkaku group graffiti that appears all over, but I'm talking about like actually in the challenges on the characters. That's actually so once I get Poison Jam, I'll probably switch out my extra large unless there's a better one for the extra large Poison Jam. So yeah, you can actually move around the map and stuff like that, and those 4 like access points actually tell you exactly where you are in terms of height and in the X, Y, and Z kind of thing. So first, I need to grab some cans. I think we go up. I can't remember because I know it's been only like a day since I recorded. So, oh yeah, I go up here and I see if I can try to. Oh wait, no, I get the one. Yeah, you can't turn the camera while you're grinding, which kind of sucks, but And you can spin a sign, which is kind of cool. It's got physics, yay! Something that you wouldn't think would have physics has physics. There really isn't too much more to say about Chuo Street. I mean, Chuo Street's pretty, like, a circular level, I guess you could say. You know, it's a linear, circular level. That one, let's see. I failed because I got locked onto. See, sometimes the advantage of being able to lock on sometimes can fuck up. So yeah. So here I'm not making my combo any faster because it can actually make you a little bit too fast. There we go. So there's that one, number 95, and then now. What I thought was really cool was that the 99th Graffiti Soul is actually in 99th Street with the Rapid 99. Just comes full circle. Let's grab this 5 can real quick. I thought there would be 2, but eh. So, you really don't get to fight too many quote like actual bosses, and when you get way later in the game, it gets really interesting. Like there's like this whole like one-time mini game that you get to play. Like you get kidnapped and you have to like fight to survive kind of thing. And I thought it was really cool. And that was my headphone jack that made that noise. But it's really cool that they have this like racing kind of game as part of the actual game, like not just to race people, but like there's another object to the game. So we're actually gonna get a bunch of cans because you don't get to grind for a little while, or like the first section of the game, or first part of the race, I guess you could say. So we're gonna race Poison Jam, all 3 of them. I also have to let you guys know, when we do this flag thing with the Rapid 99, it is 3-on-1, but their points count separately for each person. So as long as you get, I think there's 7 flags. So as long as you get 4 points, you're pretty much good. As long as the same one doesn't get all like, you know. Well, actually, no. If you get 4 points, you're fine. But as long as they don't get like the same, because like let's say I got 4. Each and the 3 different Rapid 99 people could have each 1 point. So pretty useful. So boost and then grind, jump, and stuff. So yeah, you really just want to use a bunch of your cans for that, because you'll pick up a bunch of cans in sec. What's the point in you know going past cans that you can't use because you have full cans? So, and then actually see they're a little bit closer than Beat was when we raced him, because he was like the easiest race. So, and as to make sure that I don't mess up, I'm actually gonna, you can hear them grinding on the phone lines. I think so. Or maybe that's just the song making a weird like alarm noise or whatever. Anyways, so already we're in the mini mall. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I mean, of course, it's a very like, not a lot of people actually get to go to Japan when they want to, or whatever, like that, or something like that, like, you know. And also, you can't do street challenges while in racing or something. So this would have been a successful attempt, but since I'm doing a race, so. And I think this episode, I actually go back to Dogonzaka Hill because I noticed that I did not get air combo ×3. And if some of you guys are like, you didn't get air combo ×3 at episode 1. Yeah, I realized it this episode because I never really checked it. I just assumed that I did. So I think this episode is when I get it. Or no, it's next episode that I get it. When I beat Dogonzaka Hill, I check all the things and I press over by accident. So, and boom, with my time at 1 minute 47 seconds and 30 seconds, whatever. That's good. So, I think this is the way that you're supposed to do it, because Chuo Street is when you have to go, like, when you actually go see Poison Jam again, and then DJ Professor K is like, hey, they're out of control at Rokkaku Heights. Then you go and encounter them again, and then when you beat that area, you're like, oh shit, I can't go follow them. So, I have to go and go and talk to Rapid 99, who might know something, because, you know, like from last episode, they're like, for a DJ Professor K is like, they might slip you some information about on Poison Jam or something, because Poison Jam and Rapid 99 do not like each other. So here you see it's 500 point rail. It's not very long, but it's not very many of the rails here are very long. That's probably the best chance you have, and trust me, I've done it and I've seen it. It's pretty good. So actually, it's over here that you want to boost dash. But you really want to make sure that you angle yourself right. And this is the one that we saw over here with 20 cans. So I'm pretty sure you can boost dash back, but I'm just like, just to make it a little bit faster, and save the cans. Or yeah, I accidentally pressed B. So and this one, which I totally forgot about, that you can actually boost dash back here. So there's yet another graffiti sold, number 122. If we boost dash over here, I think it's another, like down here is also water, but at least you get cans back. So yeah. Oh, shut up, DJ Professor K. So, and if those billboards that are really close to each other, remember to jump the moment you get on the first one, and so you can wall right on the second one, because then you'll just get stuck on the next one. Specifically those ones. There's other ones that are like that, but I can't. There's like one in like way later in the game when you're like on top of a bunch of skyscrapers, and there's this entire like area full of like just those billboards, and you can keep doing that kind of combo, like wall riding, jump, wall ride, jump, wall ride, jump, to get a graffiti soul that's, you know, that's below it. I think below it is either the top of a skyscraper that's small, that's shorter than the one that you're grinding on the sides of, or it's just an endless abyss that you die in. Because there's, later in the game, there are more places to fall down into. So there's that one, which I think is the last one. So we're actually going to what is it? Yeah, so you can keep on. This is a great place to get your combos and stuff like that, but you have better places to get. So let's see. Oh yeah, so the last graffiti soul is actually over in what is it? Over by the 500 rail. I'm kind of slow right now. I like woke up. I've been tired all day, so sorry for my. Bleh. That's why I'm trying to drink this Cascade Ice. I know it has no sugar or anything, but at least it's something. And then there we go. And we got, and I have to remind you guys, health is also a what is it? Health is also a thing that you have to worry about even when changing characters, because your health will stay the same. So yeah,